So Internet of Things technology. The subject code is 17CS81. Okay. The first, before starting the actual topic that is given in the syllabus, let's have a brief introduction about IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things, right? So now, what is the goal of IoT? Why do we need IoT? Or what purpose does it serve? Actually, IoT is connect the unconnected. So whatever objects are the things that we see around that has to be connected to the network, right? So that is what connect the unconnected, right? And this, as of now, these objects, I mean, it may be your what you can say, TV or the fan or whatever objects that you find in at your place. So those you can treat it as a objects here. And these objects, as you know, they are not currently joined to the computer network, or you can say it is not connected to the internet, right? But the purpose of IoT is what? Connect all these objects so that it can communicate and interact with the people and other objects. Okay, so these objects, when it is connected to the internet, it can communicate with the people, as well as it can communicate with the other objects as well. That is what IoT does, right? And see, this IoT, you can say it is a technology transition in which the devices, one second, let me take the pointer. See, it is a technology transition in which see, it is in which the devices will allow us to sense and control the physical world by making objects smarter and connecting them through an intelligent network. So IoT is what? It is a technology transition in which devices are allowed to sense and control the physical world. How? By making objects smarter. That means connecting objects to the internet. So you can make devices allow, I mean, you can allow the devices to sense and control the physical world by making objects smarter. How you can make it smarter? So that if you connect those objects to the network, then it can control the physical world. Okay. See, and this because of IoT, since it is a technology, it allows enablement of advanced applications. That means what? IoT is helping us to explore advanced applications, right? So that is what the brief introduction about the IoT. So let's see the origin of IoT, that is genesis of IoT. It means the origin of IoT. See, in the age, in 2008 and 2009, during this period, IoT has started. I mean, they started developing this technology. Okay, during this period, as you can see in this image, see here at the down, in the year 2003, okay, connected devices per person, I mean the devices which are connected to the internet, if you take the calculation with respect to one person, then it was 500, I mean it was just 0.08. Okay, so the population during that time was world population was 6.3 billion, and the connected devices were 500 million. See, it is 6.3 billion and the connected devices were 500 million. See, as technology advanced, see, consider in the year of 2010, the connected devices per person is increased. It has been increased, right? That is 1.84. The population was 6.8 billion. The connected devices were 12.5 billion. You can see there is a increase, right? When you compare to this 2003 to 2010, there is the increase. Here the population compared to connected device with respect to population is less. whereas here it has been increased. Let's consider 2015, where for each person the connected devices were 3.47. The population was 7.2 billion, whereas connected devices were 25 billion. So if I consider 2020, so for each person, the connected devices were 6.58. That is, population was 7.6, whereas connected devices were 500 billion. So if you look at this diagram or the image, you can think that as advances in the technology, more number of objects are the things that are connecting to the internet. See, now only the home automation is there, right? So all the appliances that we use at home are connected to internet. So sitting at the office, you can operate your appliances at home remotely. How it is possible? With the help of IoT, that is Internet of Things. Now let's have a look at the history. Who coined the name IoT? Who gave the name as IoT for this technology? It is given by the Kevin Ashton, that is Internet of Things, in the year 1999. Okay, so this person gave the name IoT for this technology, and he is also called as father of IoT. Okay, so according to him, he gave an explanation about the IoT that in 20th century computers were brains without senses, whereas in 21st century computers are sensing themselves, things for themselves. That means what? IoT involves the addition of senses to the computer. This is what his explanation with respect to IoT. Let's see how the internet is evolved and IoT has been developed. We'll see that in this uh, graph. Okay, the first phase of internet is connectivity. Okay, where you can see here the first phase of internet is connectivity, wherein first thing is we digitize the access with the help, I mean, information can be accessed with the help of internet by using email, web browser, and search. This is the first phase of internet. Let's move to the second one. Second phase of internet is networked economy. That means we digitize the business. No more conventional or traditional method followed for the to carry out the business. Like e-commerce came into picture, and also this has to be digital. Okay, digital supply chain and the collaboration. So there is an advancement in the internet, isn't it? So here we were just accessing the information. Information were digitized. So here business was digitized. And the next phase of internet is immersive experience. That what is immersive experience? Anyone? I hope you all listening to my class, right? Or simply you are there in the class. Huh? Okay, this immersive experience is the third phase of internet, where immersive is what? Generating a 3D image which appears to surround the user. Okay, so 3D view is that we digitize the interaction. After digitizing the business, the third phase is all about digitizing the interaction. That is maybe social media or mobility devices, and we loaded data to the cloud, and also video calling, and there is advancement, right? So that is all there in the third phase of internet. And the last phase of internet is Internet of Things, which digitize the world connecting, because here each and everything you take a people, it is connected to internet. If you consider any process, that is connected to internet. If you take data, that is connected to internet. If you take any things around you, that is also connect to the internet. So these are the four phases of internet. The first is connectivity, where digitize the access. Second is the networked economy, where digitize the business. And third one is immersive experience, which digitize the interaction. And the last phase of the internet is as now it's about today's thing, okay, that is internet of thing, where digitize the world connecting, where all the objects are connected to the internet. So these are the four phases of internet which are very important with respect to exam as well as internet. So whatever I explained in the previous slide, that is given here with the explanation. Okay, connectivity, networked economy, immersive experience, and then Internet of Things. Okay. So next we'll move on to the next topic, that is IoT and digitization. So now you have a clear picture about IoT, right? Internet of Things, where it connects all the things, it may be objects or the machine, to the computer network, like internet. So digitization is what? Digitization is, it is the conversion of information into digital format. Let's consider this example. Camera. See, nowadays we don't use the camera where reels are used to capture an image, and later on it has been developed as a photo, right? That part is not. I mean, that kind of camera is not in the market now. We use digital camera. So everything has been digitized. That means here the photography also from instead of using reels, we use digital, I mean mobile phones with camera, right? And it completely changed the photography, digitization, isn't it? And the next you can consider the video rental industry. See, in older days when I was in high school or primary, we used to take a DVD from the shop for 1 day or 2 day for rent. Okay, we used to have a DVD player where after watching that movie, we used to give it back to the shop owner. Okay, but that is not the case today. If you want to watch any movie, you will pay some amount and you can download it from the internet. There are many applications also, like you have Prime Video, there are many Netflix and many other apps are available where video will be streaming or movie will be streaming. You can just download it with your login, wherein you have to have a subscription for the respective application, right? So in this way, video rental industry, it is also has been digitized. Next, let's consider the next field, that is transportation. See, in olden days, uh, if I need to travel from one place to another, I have to go to the online reservation counter to book a seat for me before I travel to my place. Okay, so I need to visit the shop where the reservation they used to do. Okay, but now it has been changed, right? If I need to go, you can do it everything online, isn't it? I can hire a cab with the help of online applications, that is Uber, Ola, Meru cabs, and many more are there, right? So this transportation field also has been digitized. And the last example, I would say home automation, where there is a product in the name Nest which provides all the sensors related to this home automation. Like if there is a fire at your place, your particular sensor will be deployed at your place, which checks the temperature. If it is higher than the threshold, then it will detect that there is a fire, then it gives a alarm to you. Okay, and also sensors can be applied for your home appliances, so this complete home can be automated. That means everything is digitized now, right? So that is few examples about digitization. And next, let's see, next topic is IoT impact. Right? What is the impact of this IoT on us? I mean, on our day-to-day life. So the first thing is, you can see there about 14 billion or 0.06 percentage of things are connected to internet today as of now. I mean, around 4 to 5 years back, this was the status. These many billions things were connected to the internet. As Cisco predicted that by 2020, it may go up to 50 billion. So this would be the count of things which are connected to the internet. So this new connection will lead to $19 trillion in profit and cost savings. That is what study about this IoT. Okay, and next, this managing and monitoring smart object using real-time connectivity enables a new level of data-driven decision making. See, the smart, if we use smart objects maybe at our home, our office, or anywhere in the factory. So, with the help of real time connectivity, which helps or which enables a new level of data driven decision making. Say, the data that we obtain from the smart object, collecting the data, you can make decisions. So, that is what the statement says. And this like what this IoT altogether will have a what you can say which may improve our overall quality of life. See, if you use home automation, everything will be automatically monitored, right? So you need not to worry about whether you have switched off the fan switches or the geyser, or you switched off the television. You need not to bother about that. If it can be remotely accessed, right? You can sit at your office and you can access all the devices or the appliances which are at home. So this IoT has it plays a very big role in improving our quality of life. That is what this impact is all about. So this is a diagram which depicts the rapid growth of connecting devices to the internet. So in 2003, one second. Yeah, in 2003, for one device, for one person, one device was connected, and in 2008, it's the same. 2010, it has been increased to two. 2015, it has been increased to four, and for 2020, it has been increased to seven. For one person, seven devices are connected to the internet. So at 2020, as per the prediction, 50 billion smart objects are connected to internet. Okay, so this is see this happened because there is advancement in the technologies. Okay, because of that, the number of devices that are connecting to the internet is increasing day by day. Okay. Next, we'll see few of the example with respect to IoT. Say connected roadways. Connected roadway is what? See, all the transport infrastructure, whatever we have now. So everything is connected to the internet. That means when you travel over the road using your car or any vehicle, all the what sensors will be deployed at certain distance. Okay, this sensors may be to collect the congestion, whether there is a congestion in the road, okay, or is there a natural calamities, or is there a rain in that area. So all such data can be collected if we deploy sensors over the roadway. So that means all the transport infrastructure or the roadways are connected to the IO internet. So that is all that we call it as connected roadways. Here, connected roadways is associate with with the drivers and the driverless car, which is fully integrated with the surrounding transportation infrastructure. Okay, so let's consider one example, that is Google's self-driving car. So this is a Google self-driving car, I mean, which driver is not required. It drives by itself. Okay, so based on the data that it gets from the transport infrastructure wherever it travels, and also here sensors are deployed to monitor the oil pressure and the tire, that is the tire, and temperature and other operating conditions. So with respect to all the sensors will be deployed in the car, and these sensors will give the information or data is passed to the driver, and using which the car will be driven. Okay, so, see, there will be a sensor to check the oil pressure, and there will be a sensor to check whether is there an obstacle in front of the car when it traveling. Okay, so and also to check the tire, whether the tire is working fine or not. So to all I mean to all parts of the car, sensors will be deployed, and these sensors will give the data to the driver, and using which this car will be driven. Okay, so this is one example for Google's self-driving car. Okay, so this car, those connected roadways have addressed few current challenges, that is safety, mobility, and third one is environment. See, these are the three challenges that are addressed by the connected roadways. See, when it comes to safety, in 2012, there were 5.3 million crashes and 33,000 fatalities in US. Okay, so when the connected roadways is used, IoT, with respect to IoT, it is used, it reduces the loss of lives each year. Why is that so? Because it reduces the accidents, like because it uses transportation infrastructure where it is connected to the internet, right? When there is an accident or when there is a congestion, if any such things are there, the data will be collected and given to the pass it to the what this car driver. Okay, using that information he can take care, so that he can avoid the traffic and he can avoid the accident as well. In that way the safety is even. Okay, if the roadways are connected to IoT. Second one is mobility. Mobility says, second, yeah, mobility says that connected vehicle mobility application. Okay, that means this is application which is implemented with respect to IoT. So all the uh, vehicles that are connected to the transportation infrastructure, which is nothing but a IoT. All this infrastructure is connected to the IoT, right? With respect to that, connected vehicle mobility application will give drivers more informed decision, which may reduce the travel time. Okay. Another thing is that communication between mass transit, emergency response vehicle and the traffic management help optimizing the routing of vehicle, resulting in reducing in travel delays further. So this connected roadways also address the mobility challenge. And the third one is environment. Here, environment, as there was a study done by American Public Transportation Association. With respect to this association, in each year, transit system reduce carbon dioxide emission by 16.2 million metric tons by reducing private vehicles. So how it is done? By using connected vehicle environment application. So this connected vehicle environmental application will give all the travels real-time information. Like, is there a congestion? I mean, is there a traffic over the road? So then, in that case, all the what whoever wants to drive through the road can use green transportation. Green transportation is what? Either you can use bicycle, or you can go with carpooling, or you can use public transportation like metro, bus, such things. Okay, so this is another challenge which is addressed by connected roadways, that is environment. This is very important. They'll ask you to discuss the challenges that are being addressed by connected roadways. Okay, so safety, mobility, and the environment. And the next, we'll discuss about uh, IMA, that is intersection movement assistant. This is also with respect to connected roadways itself. So this intersection movement assistant is an app which warns the driver when it is not safe to enter an intersection due to high possibility of collision. So you can see in this diagram, okay, there is a flow, and you can see the circles around the vehicles here. The circle, the circle, the circle. That means all these vehicles are connected to internet. So this vehicles are connected to transportation infrastructure. Okay. So if you look at this diagram, you know there is a flow of vehicle from this direction, and this direction. Okay. Since intersection movement assistant, this app is what incorp incorporated in the vehicles. This app warns the driver not to enter this section intersection because it may lead to a collision. Okay, such warnings the driver will get it from this app, and this is one of the application which is implemented with respect to connected roadways. Okay, and the next one is connected car. See, if you look at this diagram, connected car is what the sensors are deployed to your vehicle, that is car. Either it may be what as I discussed in the previous slide, to check the oil pressure, to check the tire condition, right? And to check whether the engine is working properly, or the ventilation is proper, or all such things can be checked before you start the car, right? So here with auto, that we call it as the connected car. That means this car one, see, sensors are deployed in this vehicle. No, this collects the data. See, if I say tire, sensor is deployed on that, and this collects the information with respect to tire. That means whether it's in a working condition, either it has, is it punctured, or is there a hole in that? Everything, such data will be collected from this sensor. In the same way, we'll deploy many sensors to many parts of the car, and all these are connected to internet. Okay, and collecting this data, the driver will drive the car. Okay, so here there is connected car, say there is automated vehicle tracking also, right? So with the help of this tracking application, vehicle's location can be known, right? And you can know when is its arrival time, and with the help of tracking system, you can check, you can also prevent the theft of this car, and also it give a highway assistance. Is there a traffic in the highway, or is there an accident in the highway, or is there a heavy rainfall in the highway, or you can say, uh, is there a natural calamities, such things, such data can be given to the car driver. Okay, And there is cargo management, or you can say cargo management is what? See, you can since the vehicle is connected to the internet, you can check out when the cargo, that means the material that you're supposed to get, where is it? You can track it, right? See, for example, you might have used online shopping applications where you can track the delivery of your product. Like you can see where it has been dispatched, till what point it has reached, which area it has reached, whether it is dispatched to your location or not. Even that can be known with the help of this feature. Okay, so see, since the car, it is a connected car, that means it is connected to the IoT, it may generate 25 GB of data per hour. Why is that so? Because I deployed many sensors there in the car, right? So it collects the data and it passes it on, and it collects the data, and the amount of data it collected is 25 GB data, okay, per 1 hour by the car. Okay, so what if this car uh, runs for 4 hours or 10 hours? Then it has to be multiplied by so many hours, 25 GB into 10 hours, right? So at one day you can find n number of cars on the road. So then again 25 GB should be multiplied by 10 hours, and again it should be multiplied by so n number of cars. So much of data will be generated from this car, right? So now this data, so much of data is generated. So this data will be placed on the cloud, right? That is what we follow now, right? So this data will be collected and placed it on the cloud. Now, uh, here, see this, once the data is generated, that is which are all the application data is generated, will see that with respect to tire, the data will be generated, right? With respect to GPS or the map, the data will be generated. And also if you are able to access the internet, so say you may ask your car to find the nearby restaurant, or you may ask your car to play your favorite music, right? It can be happen because your car is connected to the internet, right? So all these data will be generated from your car. So this collected car will be placed on the cloud, right? So this cloud, storing data over the cloud, will lead to a new business opportunity that we call it as IoT Data Broker. Okay, do remember it is IoT Data Broker. What is IoT Data Broker? See, uh, tire company manufacturers, okay, need to have the data or the different situation or the scenarios, so that considering those scenarios, they want to produce or manufacture better quality of tire. Okay, because different drivers may face different kind of problems, right? So all these data are generated from their car and stored in the cloud, right? So now the tire company people wants to take the data, analyze the data, and based on that they want to improve their tire manufacturing quality. Okay, so how do they get the data? Obviously it is stored in the cloud, right? So from the cloud they will buy that data. So that is IoT Data Broker. Now, uh, next, internet-based entertainment. As I said, it can be personalized and customized to optimize the round trip. And since I now my car knows that what are my favorite songs, and very frequently I visit certain restaurant. Okay, so all this data are placed in the cloud. Okay, based on my taste, the advertisement can be given to the driver or the user of the car. This is another IoT impact on us. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes. And the last, the next example is connected factory. Okay. So major challenges that are facing by this factory nowadays are accelerating new products and service introduction to meet customer and market opportunities. This is the first challenge. And next, increasing plant productions, quality and uptime while decreasing the cost. Next, mitigating unplanned downtime, securing factories from cyber threats, decreasing high cabling and recabling cost, and the last one is improving worker productivity and safety. So these are the challenges that are faced by the factory nowadays. Now, it can be solved by using connected factory. Okay, so let's consider this example where consider this ore melting process. Okay, there is a factory where this ore is they have to melt it to what to manufacture a product. Okay, now the control system will not be near to this ore melting process factory. Okay, it is somewhere far away from this factory. So it will be difficult. See, this melting process, it is not done by manually, it is done by the machine. Okay, so to operate that machine, you need to be in the control room. So looking at this process, going to the control room and what monitoring the machine will be more difficult, right? So that's why to overcome such problems, you can connect the factory into internet. So if it is connected to the internet, you can aram se handle it or the control from the control room. You can control the machine which is involved in ore melting process. Okay, so that is what an example for this. Similarly, many examples are listed here. Okay, and the last part under this what in a connected industry, uh, I can say the four industry revolution. That is, there is a what to say industrial revolution. So that is listed here. The first one is in the one second. So in late 18th century, the first industry evolution started where mechanical assistance was used. That means basic machines which are powered by water and the steams are part of the production facilities. This is the first evolution in the industry. Okay, after the first industrial revolution, which was occurred in Europe. Okay, and second industrial revolution, which took place in early 1870s, that is early 20th century. See, during this revolution, uh, there was introduction of electrical grid and mass production facilities. Okay, and after this, the third industry, that is industry 3.0, is all about electronics and control, and it was early 1970s where production of automated further by the electronics and the IT facilities were provided. And now, that is nowadays picture, this is that is IoT integration, also called as Industry 4.0, where sensors with a new level of interconnectivity and the sensors are integrated. This facility is given under fourth industrial revolution, which are nowadays we are using this facilities. Okay, so this is all about four industrial revolution.